Good afternoon, FJA students. You'll notice I got my Michael Jackson glove on, and that's so I can write on my little iPad screen over here. I'm going to do some weird tech stuff today, so don't be freaked out about my Thriller glove here. Um, anyhow, this video today, I'm going to briefly explain to you all about the Buzz on Buzz, our Show It category. So I'm going to go into my 7th grade math class here. And again, I'm on as my tester student here. And you'll notice when we get into starting next week, probably, but some of you will get to this week. We've got fractions and decimals. That's the first thing we're going to be learning about in 7th grade math. Lesson 1, you've got to read it, a watch it, a practice it, and then a show it. And you've actually got a show it answer key. Okay. The answer keys are really cool. It's going to allow you to check your work. But what I really want to stress to you all is that it's a way to check your work. Because we're doing online education, you're not in a classroom with me 4 days a week for an hour each time. Your learning is really going to be on you. So in order for you to do well on the quizzes and tests, you all have got to try and make yourself really practice. And so this is how Show It's going to work. So you click Show It, and there's going to be a bunch of problems. Here it is. Objective, you'll use long division to find the decimal equivalent given 10 fractions. And so what I want to do, if I was you, you're going to get these problems. And before you even look at the answer key, because you want to know that you actually know how to do this, right? Like just getting the answer right doesn't help you at all. I'm not even grading your show-its, okay? So this is like your practice. And then you are going to self-assess afterwards to make sure you know it. If you don't, you're going to have to go back, ask some questions at office hours, show me some of that work. So what you're going to do, you're going to get out a piece of paper, just a scratch piece of paper. Don't put it in your notebook, because you're just doing practice problems here. So what I'm going to show you here is how I would work out these problems. So for 7th graders, that's great. For the other folks, it's kind of a little bit of a freebie, but not so much for the 7th graders. So over here, I'll show you. So I've copied these problems to the clipboard here. So let's work on this problem right here. Convert 17/18 to a decimal. So using long division, remember 17 over 18 is the same as saying 17 divided by 18. And so the way you write that for long division is you're going to write 17 divided by 18. And so you'll notice really quickly that 18 doesn't go into 17, right? So we're going to look at a decimal. So our first thing that we're going to have to do here, we're going to put in a decimal. So we know 18 doesn't go into 17. So I'm going to put that decimal here. I'm going to put it up here as well. Go back to our blue. Extend this along. Let's put a 0. So now we have 17.0, but we're going to actually look at this as if it was 170. So how many times does 18 go into 170? Well, 18 times 10 is 180. 170 is just below that. In fact, 170 is only 10 below that. So I know that 18 would probably go in there 9 times. Let's erase that real quickly here. Come on back. So it's going to go 9 times. So let's figure that out. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 1 plus add that 7 there. So that's 9 plus 7. That's going to be 16. So then here I'm going to make this a 6. Put my 1 there. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 6 minus 6, 0 and 0. So for clarity's sake, let's get rid of that. So now we've got 8. What's the next thing we're going to do here? We're going to get another 0. Bring that 0 down. Get rid of that really quickly. All right. So how many times does 18 go into 80? Well, 5 times 18 is going to be 90, I believe. So we know we just looked at 18 times 10 equals 180. And so 5 is half of 10. So we know that 18 times 5 equals 90, because that's half of 180. So it's going to be 1 less than that. So we know that it's actually going to be 4. So 4 times 8, 8, 16, 24, 32. 2 here, carry that 3. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. So we've got 72 down there. We've got 8 down here again. Uh-oh. We had an 8. We got another 8. Let's see what happens here. So that's going to be 80. We're going to bring on that 0 down, right? 80 again. How many times does 18 go into 80? Well, we just did that. That's 4. That's 72 again. Remainder is 8. So this is going to be repeating, and that means the answer here is going to be 0.9444, going on continuously. It's going to go on forever. So our nomenclature, whatever goes on forever at the end of a decimal, we're going to write it 0.94 with a bar over the 4. That 0.94 with that bar over it means the same thing as this right here. That means 0.94 repeating forever. So I've completed that. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to get out of this really quickly here, go back to my other screen. Okay, so on my paper, I worked out that this should be 0.94 repeating. Let's go to the next activity, which is going to be the answer key. Let's see what they got. I didn't check this beforehand, so let's make sure. Okay, convert 1/10. This is number 2. Answer, 0.944 repeating. Yes! So you're going to check that in case you didn't get it. You want to go back. You want to look at what they did here and just double check yourself. And so this is all part of your learning. Make sure you're not using this as a way to cheat somehow, because it's not even good cheating. You're not getting graded on it. This is something that is there for you to learn. So make sure that you're doing it. If you do have questions, please join me for office hours. I'd love to see your faces. Thanks so much for being my students. Killing it. I'm having a lot of fun with you all online, believe it or not. And hope to see you all soon. Peace.